Good morning, welcome to Mondays with Marthie. Please subscribe to my channel. Today I want to talk about three things. The first thing is how could it be made possible, make a date, and underestimate. So the first thing is how can it be made possible. Sometimes you get people or even yourself that doubt that things can be done, and sometimes you just need to side stream that part of your brain that says it's not possible. You say, well, let's put that on the table and say, how can we make it possible? And then look at possibilities, even if it looks that it can't be done, impossible. And then you look at the options, and maybe there's a longer time frame to get it done, but how can you make it possible? So I had a friend recently that said, I want to make a CD, and I said, yes, you need a budget of X amount. And he said, it's impossible. So no, how can we make it possible? So how make it possible? You'll look at, let's take that big amount and divide it up into 2 years. And then you say that you need this much every month for 2 years to make it possible. So that big chunk of expense is not an account you have to pay when you walk in the door. It might be something that you can pay off in 2 months or 2 years every month. So that's how you start thinking about how to make the impossible possible. I think in today's times, people are very used to getting instant gratification. You want everything now, and you don't realize that there's actually time that you have to wait, and it's obvious, farmers know this, people that do lay-by knows this. It's possible, you just have to wait a bit longer. The people that save up front can go get it immediately, but the other people have to save, or they have to budget for it in time, in money, in effort. So now I have a son that likes to do bodybuilding, and yes, the impossible is possible. He worked for 1.5 years, and now it's starting to show, and it was impossible until he started. So find something that you think is impossible and try it. You'll be amazed. I know who's the this one lady, Tiffany's, it's actually one of her quotes. The word itself says that it's possible. Impossible means I'm possible. So, okay, and then the second thing is to make a date. Make a date with yourself. Make a date with your goals. Sometimes it's inconvenient, it's not urgent, it doesn't need to be done today, but if you don't make that regular date with yourself, it won't happen. So a lot of times when I have somebody that says, okay, Marthie, I wanna, like for one guy, I did a recording of his book. So, well, take your book and put it in another form. We can make an audio book. And he says, I don't have time. Okay, great. Let's make a date. Every Friday for 4 Fridays, for 3 hours, we're going to be recording your book. And I don't care if you're ready or not ready. You're going to be coming for the appointment, and we're going to spend 3 hours on your book. And we finished it in three sessions, actually. The 4th session, we just touched up on the things that weren't perfect. So in 4 sessions, he finished his book, something that he didn't think was possible. So that's what you have to do, is make a date with yourself to make it possible. Because if you don't put it on your schedule, it will just be on your to-do list forever. And so that's the make a date with yourself. And then the third thing is, don't underestimate yourself and don't underestimate other people. So I think this is something I actually heard at church yesterday. I went to a new church, and he didn't have a lot of content in his message, but I like that, because then there's one clear message and you can see it right in front of your eyes, and it was, don't underestimate yourself and don't underestimate other people. And I think the most important thing I learned about that is that you have value. When you go up the mountain, you can do it, and then other people will follow. And that gives you value in the sense that people are willing to follow you, and sometimes just follow you. Maybe you're lost as well. But the thing is, you have value because there's a movement with you and behind you and in front of you. And you must expect the best of yourself and also expect the best of other people. Now, Friday night we had a wonderful event. We had a Olag with Daneline Ramsden. She's a storyteller from Namakwaland, and I sang a song at her event. And I had such a wonderful experience. A lot of people that were excited, supporting her, and they were totally believing in her. And that was beautiful, you know, when you find a group of people that will stick to you and that will support you and lift you up when you need to have that extra support. It doesn't mean that you're that important. It just means that you have a catch net that will support you when you fall, carry you on the days when you think it is impossible. And I think me, myself, I also discovered that there are people that believe in you. They might not always say it, they might not always show it, you might not even spend a lot of time with them. I mean, there were people in that space that said, Marthie, this and this and this and this, and you should have done this and you should have done that, and I believe in you. That's what they were trying to tell me. And I haven't seen them the whole year. So sometimes you must just start focusing on collecting people around you that believe you for the days that you need that. And then it's also important to give back, to say, you know what, I believe in you. And it's important to say it because people might not always know it. So there's the three things. First thing is, how can you make it possible? Make a date with yourself. And the third one is, don't underestimate yourself or other people. So please subscribe to my channel. And I'm looking forward to the 25th of November. I'm doing a show, Geseënde Kersfees. It's becoming a real great show. I have Levi doing Guma for me, and Thomas De Bruin is going to be doing a flute, and I have a surprise doing Drummer Boy for me. It's a new artist, and Wendy's going to be coming to do a Protea song. So that's the pre-show, and then in the show I have a cajon player, a guitarist, and a bassist, and a flutist. Everything with ists at the end. And I have a little surprise I'm training, which is going to be so cool, and I have a little choir that's going to be singing. So I'm very excited. So you have to get your tickets from CompuTicket. They've started to load it. It's not available yet, so drum roll. And hopefully today I'll get my posters, and the posters are doubling up as Christmas paper. So how cool is that? So see you on the other side next week.